before we get started here,
Yeah.
Jayson, how much have you been involved with Lego? I mean, when was your last big Lego experience?
Well, I'm gonna date myself here. Go Rick, go. I was I had when I was a little kid, I had gotten my sister got Legos for her birthday or Christmas or some stuff like that. And this is like in the late '60s, and it came in this little red briefcase. I mean, it's about that big, had little latches on it. You open it up, and it had all these little bins with it only had no, they were red and white and black and yellow and blue, and they were 3s and 2s and 4s, and you had a couple of the just.
You didn't have green yet in yours, right?
No greens, just nothing with holes, no
lots
axles.
of yellow.
Didn't even have
And they had little rubber wheels that had like a brass pinion that would stick into this one block.
Oh, man.
It was nothing like this, but she didn't play with it, so my parents, it was just sitting around, so I started playing with it, and I just loved playing with it.
Yeah.
And I remember after I fiddled around with it for a while, I said, we'd go to FAO Schwartz, which was the big toy store at Phipps Plaza or Lenox Square or one of those places in Atlanta, fancy mall, and they'd have all these Lego houses and stuff built, and I was like, oh, I want to build that.
Yeah.
And I was 7, so I couldn't figure it out. So I asked my mom, I said, I wish they had like an instruction book to show you how to put together these amazing things.
Guys, this is before instructions.
Oh yeah, and they had there was that place over in Europe somewhere where the guy had built this entire village out of Lego.
Right.
And Americans were kind of new to the whole thing.
Denmark, wasn't it?
Was it Denmark?
That's where
And
Lego was founded.
Okay, and so I was just like fascinated by that. It's like a National Geographic or something. All these pictures. And so I think Mom, I don't know how she got it, but she wrote to the store or to Lego or I don't know where.
Yeah.
And they wrote a letter back and says, well, we don't like to tell the kids what to do with the blocks. We like to let their creativity and their imagination decide what's going to be built.
Wow.
Oh, cops are coming.
Oh, they're looking for you. Down.
Anyway, so but they still sent a book, and it was the book that they would send to FAO Schwartz and the book in Milton Bradley and all these places where they sold it to show them how to make their displays. And there's like this castle and a house.
Book before the book.
Yeah, and so I had it
Before the book,
and it would show you how to build like about 10 or 12 different
Little things.
little village houses and castles and things like that. There were no figurines.
Yeah.
None of this stuff.
Yeah, these weren't developed till the 70s.
Right, and so I tried to build all those things and did, and then we had to get more stuff. And they had, for the roof, they only came in red.
Yeah.
Because that's how they are in Europe, this is red red roofs, and they had the ridge part that you had to put on last, and and that's what. So that was my first Lego experience, and so I got more and more, and then about the time Star Wars came out in 1977.
So, yep.
I was getting a little too old so I never had a Millennium Falcon. I never had
the cool
X-Wing.
those toys. Now I did have an X-Wing rocket, like you could put an actual rocket and shoot it off, kind of rocket.
That's cool.
Yeah, it crashed every time. But
so answer me this, please tell me.
Yes.
You still have
No.
that.
No, it's a goner. Who knows where that thing ended up?
We'll find it.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
I mean, it was dog-eared, ratty, and the staples had come out of it. It was a mess, and I had this like it's a wood like a Coke box about the 4 liters of Coke would come in or whatever. That all my Legos were in, and it was in there, and that my mom gave it to a nephew or something like that. Maybe they have it. Andrew, Matthew,
we gotta find you.
If you're watching,
hey
Priscilla.
Guys.
We'll
Find that book.
The Talking Brick guys are going to be at your
it's
door.
It's worth nothing, but make it to me right away. Right away.
I don't know about that.
Oh
yeah. No, it's
worthless.
Completely worthless.
So that's actually
sentimental value.
Sentimental value.
That's actually a pretty cool story because now the new thing is kids don't build without instructions.
Yeah, it's like full 360.
Most kids won't build anything unless they have an instruction book.
We do have some that are still very creative.
I built this with no instructions right here.
Yeah, see?
Look at this.
It's
oh, you mean these non-instructions?
It's Rick's zoo of...
MC Escher built it just for Rick. And, oops, that broke.
So,
So anyways, That's
pretty cool,
my
man.
Lego
So,
story.